you guys are well. Today is May 21st, 2020. I'm here in Los Angeles, and this is the second video about this month's monthly Magic Book Club choice, which is In Service to Love, Book 1, called Love Remembered. We're going to have the discussion about this a week from today, next Thursday the 28th at 6 p.m. Pacific, which is 9 p.m. Eastern, and it'll be a half hour long. If you want to join the book club, then go to my website, and there's a place you can sign up for it. So there are two readings that I want to read to you. The author of this book is channeling it, so there are various different guides that will come forward. So the first one, she was meditating on Michelangelo, and he came through and brought this. And then the second one, I think, is from a larger group of guides that didn't exactly introduce themselves so clearly. So let me read you the first one. It's really good. I really like the idea of describing the processes of growth, because there's the growth process, and then there's the integration process, then pruning back things we no longer need, then growing again forward. And this is talking about the layer that you're expanding into the unknown, because every time there's a new vista of growth ahead of you, you don't know, obviously, what's there, because it's a new vista. And I feel like so often people kind of have this mind misperception illusion that science or logic knows everything. And that's, of course, absolutely ridiculous, because our future selves are going to discover so much more than we already know. And so yes, that goes on a macro level, and then on the micro level within ourselves, it's important to know that yes, we may know a lot, we may have tons of experience, we may have tons of knowledge and wisdom, but there's always so much more to be discovered and so much more to grow into. So here's our reading, number 1 of 2. Again, this is In Service to Love by Darlene Green, May's choice for the monthly Magic Book Club, and our meeting is next Thursday the 28th at 6 p.m. Pacific. Okay. Consider owning the expanse that you are, as opposed to observing it. Observing of a rose as it unfurls each exquisite petal is nothing short of magnificent. If you stop at each petal and claim that as the ultimate, you miss the potential of the whole action of expansion of the movement through the seasons. As the bud begins to swell, then bursts forth with the release of each petal, there is a synergy. The soul of the creation is missed or misrepresented when it is seen in small frames. Magnificence is seen in wholeness. How does this relate to your experience and form as you explore the heights of your potential? As you explore the vast spaces of you, know they are who you are authentically. If your intention is to reach into your unknown expression, you must move beyond your mind's limitations. As you create from the realm you already know, you do not have access to your greatest expression. Do you see that as you reach within what you know, a boundary is enforced? All possibility beyond what you already know is not accessible. Limitation to your innovations does not exist as you choose to own your full expression, which includes all that you do not know. The expanse of no thing is something to be embraced as your inner sanctuary. It is not defined by the outer world. It is you who brings the boundaries and definitions of the outer world to it. Become comfortable in your inner world as an authentic expression of your divine expanse. Learn to be comfortable in the full potential of the blank canvas. There is an organic process that is birthed in the space of no thing and all. As you connect with the formless, instead of looking for definition, allow the formless to play. Know the intention you hold is the rudder for what you create, not a limitation. As you hold the space of the formless, vision and inspiration will meet you. The conversation today is about how you bring your potential in light into form. Intend to access your unlimited self. Beyond what you know, hold space for your own innovation without restriction. As you revel in the formlessness of you, you will notice a turn in your days. Clarity will show up organically. Problems that stopped you will be viewed with ease. There is a fluidity to being that is experienced, an appreciation from a space of innocence that holds all will source your most potent creations. Here's a tip for if you're going into a space of no thing. Now, I was pronouncing that because it was no and then hyphen thing. It wasn't just the word nothing. It was no thing. Try to think not in verbal. Try to think not in words. Whenever I do this, first off, it does make those moments of clear contemplation so much easier. And secondly, it reminds me of a time when I was a young child before I necessarily knew language, the richness and the feeling and the wonder of it. You're just kind of experiencing the world and not needing to explain it, not needing to analyze it, not thinking in words, thinking in feelings and thoughts and images, that kind of thing. Okay, so that was the first one. Second reading, here we go. One of our intentions with these conversations, so these are the guides that are inspiring Darlene Green as she was writing this book. One of our intentions with these conversations is to cross the bridge, so to speak. We intend to hold conversations filled with the energetic matrix of support, activations, light, and consciousness downloads, and to provide a way that these concepts may be enacted in your day-to-day life. To that end, begin to look at choosing on purpose in your day. This is so good. When you wake up in the morning, choose to get out of bed enthused, fully present, active, and ready for all the joy the day has to bring. As you plan your day, you see the tasks ahead. Choose one. Be fully present while you are in that task. Be present in each phase of each task. Begin the task, do the task, then complete the task, whatever it is for the day. The act of beginning, doing, and closing each task is powerful in supporting your full presence. There is a time also between tasks. Allow that time to be your transition time. I am now between this task and that. Often the transition time is filled with the to-do list. What's next? What was yesterday? And you are not being on purpose during this in-between. Like the space between inhalation and exhalation, the in-between time is rich. Notice the type of energy that each task, event, or interaction requires of you. Like the fine sports car that has many gears, with each gear appropriate and available for a variety of conditions, you don't want to be in high gear when the condition calls for idling or stopping. Know that you choose which gear you are in, what frequency is required for this task, and then choose to be in that frequency. Understand that in the asking for clarity, you have increased the frequency. You have the full power of presence to lend to your creation. If you are looking at a creative endeavor, you may choose to raise your frequency to more fully engage your inspiration. Then you choose to raise your frequency on purpose. The guiding question in each of your choices may be, does this support my intention? Choosing on purpose in each moment of your day supports empowered creations. Your creations then are in alignment with your highest expression. You are dropping the weight of unconscious creating and will notice an acceleration and velocity in creating. You will notice the shift in your physical experience. This is both a process and a practice. Over time, you will see and feel a difference. You will open to higher expressions of your uniqueness as the weight of unconsciousness is removed. So there are your readings from the book 1 of In Service to Love, Love Remembered. I really like this. I've gotten not quite halfway through it because I need to read it in chunks. I'll read a day or two at a time because it's broken up into days. Each chapter is a day. And it's very dense in a good way. It's like a download and you just have to kind of process it for a while. So I'm very much enjoying it. It definitely has a frequency of light and of beneficial intention. The whole vibe of channeled works, like I've said in other videos about this book, is very specific, and sometimes I'm in the mood for it and sometimes I'm not. But when you are, they're just delicious, and they're definitely, you can just feel the intention, and it's nice. It blesses you. It's like praying. It's that same kind of vibe that you sit down to read it, and then it kind of cleanses you out, and then you move on with your day, hopefully keeping the connection throughout. They definitely make an intention over and over in this book to connect to the reader, which I love. That's also what I do in the books that I write, that they specifically connect to the reader, and as you read them, they read you and give you what you need and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, if you guys want to come hang out in the book club chat, join the book club on my website. Either way, sending you lots and lots and lots of love. Hope you're having a beautiful day. Bye guys.